In this video, we're doing brakes and suspension on my Predator swapped 96 T-Bird. Ooh, that's heavy. Hey guys, welcome to Oxman Garage. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content just like this. So in today's video, we're working on my 96 Ford Thunderbird Predator swap, and we're doing brakes and suspension. So over here, I have a big brake kit from Baer, and this is their SN95 Cobra big brake kit, and this is a 14-inch rotor with an aluminum hat. And then you have an aluminum 6-piston racing caliper. So this is definitely going to help the stopping power of the Thunderbird. Comes with a CNC bracket, ceramic pads. It's going to be a nice upgrade for the Thunderbird. So with a little bit of modification on the MM12 front spindle, this is going to work just fine. So over here, some of the Thunderbird enthusiasts, you all know that we can put Mark 8 lower arms on the Thunderbird and Cougars. So I'm using Mark 8 lower aluminum arms. And then we have our front spindle here. We're going to be, this already has Mustang hub swap on the car, but I'm going to be upgrading with full tilt Boogie hubs with ARP studs, 3-inch studs. We're going to be putting new bearings in and going with their zinc-coated hub on that. So we have the upgraded bushings from Coupe Performance. If that's something you're interested in, you can get upgraded bushings to stiffen up the rear with wheel hop on these heavy Thunderbirds. So check out Bill at Coupe Performance if you want to upgrade some of the bushings that can go in the spindle. And I believe he sells stuff for the arm as well. But yeah, we're gonna take the wheels off the back and start on the rear suspension before we go forward. So we'll get started. All right, so really quick, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the T-Bird with the IRS. But first, I remove the knuckle and the lower arm. The knuckle's getting refurbished by Full Tilt Boogie, getting a new bearing, a new hub, new studs, and they're going to sandblast it. They're going to make it brand new. Also, the lower arm is going to get new bushings, and then it's going to get sandblasted, and that's going to look brand new as well. So knuckle and arm are getting worked on. In the meantime, I'll give you a quick tour of the T-Bird with the IRS. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the QA1 coilover kit that Coupe Performance sells. It's single adjustable. You can adjust your ride height. And this is night and day compared to the stock setup. Just the handling is just, it's phenomenal, and I love it. It wakes up the car a lot better. The other thing is are the subframe bushings, also from Coupe Performance. These are the aluminum bushings. I think Bill sells the plastic bushings now. So, but still, those are pretty good too. And yeah, I recommend that. And they're right here as well. So next, Coupe Performance also sells this tubular upper arm right here. It's just a lot stronger. It's not going to flex like the stock one, and it's got a spherical bushing up there. Next, we have the drive shaft shop axle. Now, this is the 28 spline, and If you watched the previous video, I said I was going to upgrade to a 31 spline, but I decided just to stick with the 28 spline. I think this is going to handle what I'm going to throw at it. So we're going to stick with the 28 spline, and we're going to save the 31 spline upgrade for next winter. So also we have the Adco sway bar. So this is going to help improve the stability in the back while we're doing donuts and burnouts. Kind of getting under the car now. You can kind of see right here, this is the pinion brace, also sold at Super Coupe Performance. This is a Mark 8 case. Inside we have a Eaton Detroit locker. This is the LPW rear cover right here. And then that's bolting into the Super Coupe Performance rear cover brace right there. Just helps the IRS a lot, stiffens everything up, helps with wheel hop, and you know, good performance, good burnouts, and that's what you really want in a good IRS. All right, so I got my Mark 8 arms here. I'm gonna be putting these in my blaster barrel right here and just get that old 15-year-old paint off of it. All right, there you go. There it is, all done. All right, so we got the knuckles and the front hubs back from Full Tilt Boogie. They went and sandblasted the knuckle. It looks brand new. I like how it's, you know, feels like it's factory new. And we have their hubs on the back that's zinc coated. It's going to protect from corrosion. And then we have the ARP 3-inch studs on both the front hubs and the back. And they went and pressed in brand new Timken bearings. And this is just going to work great with the setup. So, and then we also got new nuts. So we're going to install these now. We're going to start with the fronts and do the rears. All right, guys, so we have the front hubs installed on the spindles, and it looks really good. The next thing I installed was the UPR bump steer kit, and these are for the 94 to 04 Mustangs, the SN95s, and that worked with my inner tie rod. I don't know if these are going to work with the MN12 Thunderbirds and the Mark 8s Cougars, so I'll put a link in the description where you can find this bump steer kit, but it worked with my setup and it looks really great. Moving along, we're going to get back to the IRS. We're going to install some bushings and the lower arms. We're going to reassemble the knuckle and put everything back together on the rear end. All right, guys, so I got my aluminum Mark 8 lower arm on the table. This is an upgrade for the Thunderbird and Cougar guys who have the cast iron lower arm, so you'll save some weight on the IRS. So I'm going to be installing some Delrin bushings. You can find a couple guys online that will custom make these for you. You just have to send them some measurements and they'll send you something back. So if you can see this bushing right here, you got this thicker flange right here. This is going to get rid of the toe compensator, which would go right here. So we're going to be getting rid of that, and that space right there is going to get covered by this bushing right here. And then I went to the hardware store, picked up some sleeves and cut them to length. So then the bolt is going to pass right through there. So yeah, looking really good. We're going to get this installed on the car now. All right, so I have the knuckle on, and the arm is bolted to the IRS. I'm just going to be putting the brake caliper on, and I'm going to be using Super Coupe Unlimited brake caliper relocation brackets. You can find Dave's shop on Facebook. Search for Super Coupe Unlimited. He sells this bracket kit for 125 bucks. And if you are using your stock Thunderbird hubs, you're going to want to use the hub ring. So mine, this is really old. Mine's all rusty and everything, but his will be brand new. So it's 125 bucks, and if you purchase the hub rings, it'll be a little bit more. What you're going to do is you're going to grind a little bit on the knuckle right here so that the bracket can sit on top just like that. I don't know if you can see that. So it's going to go just like that. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring the caliper up about an inch or so that you can use a bigger rotor. And these rotors are from the SN95 Cobra. So this is a way bigger rotor in comparison to the Thunderbird rotor, this is like just over 10 inches, and then the Cobra rotor is over 11.5 inches, so it's a bigger diameter rotor. It's going to help with stopping a little bit better. So I'm going to put those brackets on now. Do you guys have a hard time staying organized when you're working on your cars? I got tools everywhere. Just gotta do a better job, you know, it's nuts. Alright, so I'm gonna be putting new hub nuts on later. I don't have the drive shaft on, so this whole thing is just gonna spin. I won't be able to get that torque that I need to tighten that. But I'm just gonna put the wheel on and just see how the clearances look. Should be good, same as last time. This is a 19 by 10 Mustang wheel. Never had any clearance issues with this. This barely clears the parking brake in the back. But yeah, this is a 295/30 19 tire, Hankook. Yeah, looks pretty good. Good clearance. Did you guys know that this is a Predator swapped Thunderbird? So yeah, make sure you check out the playlist if you want to see all the previous videos. Alright guys, this is my favorite part of the video. Go big or go home. This is Baer's big ass brake kit, and this is for the SN95 Mustang. Yes, more parts from the Mustang. This is a 14-inch rotor with an aluminum hat, and then this is a 6-piston caliper, all aluminum, and this is just gonna stop the Predator in its tracks. This is really gonna help. If you're interested in something like this is on Baer Brake's website. A little bit pricey, but if you're looking for some extreme stopping power, I highly recommend. Hey, let's take a quick break. Did you know that the Ford Thunderbird was Motor Trend's Car of the Year in 1989? And if you check out this picture right here, this is on a billboard that was it was Motor Trend's Car of the Year in 1989. So like 30 some years later, it's like still there after all the layers of advertising on top of it. So it stood the test of time. So it's pretty cool. So kind of shows you that the Ford Thunderbird is still Motor Trend's Car of the Year. So the kit comes with brand new stainless steel brake lines, which are going to work with the Cobra, and I think these are the same. Let's get an adapter to work with our brake lines, but it's going to fit, and it comes with all the hardware, banjo bolts, crush washers, everything you're going to need to put this on here. So yeah, this is really nice. All right, guys, so we got the brake caliper kit on. Everything looks really good. There's no grinding, nothing's touching. All the clearances are really good, so it's a good fit. I used a 3/8 spacer behind the rotor to bring the rotor up to fit inside the caliper. So if you're interested in this brake kit, I'll have a link in the description of where you can find it. So this is gonna wrap up this video. Today we went over brakes and suspension on my Predator swapped 96 Ford Thunderbird. If you guys have any comments, questions, make sure you comment down below. You can find me on social media, Instagram, that's Oxman_garage. And you can find me on Facebook at Milwaukee Mustang Auto Parts. So it's gonna wrap up this video. Please subscribe. You gotta come back and see what's in store for the Predator Swap Thunderbird. I got lots of upgrades coming, so you gotta see it and you gotta check it out. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. This is Josh with Oxman Garage.